You've probably come across Lil Miquela before. Sorry, Lil Miquela. So if you haven't heard of her, she's a virtual influencer, model, and musician. Lil Miquela is more talented than you, richer than you, and she has more followers than you. And she's not even real. Are virtual influencers the way of the future? Find out right now on IO. What is gravy potatoes? You're watching IO. I'm Charlotte Dobre. Subscribe for all the latest trending news updates and spicy top 10 lists, and follow the IO team on social media, because we all need a little more clout in our lives. Lil Miquela is a virtual influencer and marketing tool created by Los Angeles-based company Brud. Since she debuted on Instagram in April of 2016, Lil Miquela has shot to stardom. She has 1.8 million followers on Instagram and close to 100,000 subs on YouTube. Don't let that number of subs fool you though, her videos are really popular. Her video for the song Money has gained close to 3 million views in just a couple of months. And it's not just her videos, her posts on Instagram have a very high engagement rate as well, at least for a virtual influencer. As of October 2019, her engagement rate is 2.54%, which if you don't know what that means, is pretty much the same engagement rate a real human influencer with her following gets. If you look at her posts, Lil Miquela's posts are really similar to what a human influencer would post as well. She's done brand deals and commercials with brands like Calvin Klein. Here she is making out with Bella Hadid in an ad. That's weird. Calvin Klein actually got a ton of backlash for this commercial because many people thought that instead of casting like a CGI influencer, they could have cast a real LGBT model that needed the work because LGBT models and actors are extremely underrepresented. There you go. Did anyone else get weirded out while watching that ad? Lil Miquela is not just a virtual influencer. She was created by a company that invested $125 million in her, Spark Capital. They believe that virtual influencers are the future of commerce. But are they really though? Would you look at Lil Miquela and want to buy like a Samsung phone because she was featured in their ad? Because I wouldn't. Looking at Lil Miquela, I think she's weird. There's something about her that's so weird, I don't like her, and I don't give a what you think because she's not a real person and I can say that. She's an art project. Ugh, I don't like her. There's something about the way that she moves that's just so like uncomfortable, and the reason for that actually has a term. Uncanny valley is a term coined by Japanese roboticist Masahiro Mori back in 1970. It means the feeling of discomfort we experience when something is close enough to human looking or seeming to trick our brains into approaching it that way, but we can't be fooled. We always know it's not human. And it makes us uncomfortable. That doesn't mean that her creators don't want her to seem just as human as a real person though. She's done interviews with magazines like High Snobiety and Elle magazine where she talks about all like her feelings and how she's feeling about being controversial. In an interview with High Snobiety, she said via email, "I think people feel a little vulnerable in general right now. They have a lot of frustration and need something to target it at. Usually it's something they don't understand. So I try not to let it get to me too much because it's a symptom of people trying to digest all of the change happening every day. Nothing gets to you, Lil Miquela. You're not real." You're not! Personally, I will never identify with a virtual actor or model or influencer like Lil Miquela, or be influenced by them because I don't know what does this computer generated influencer know about living? Nothing. They're not alive. I heard they're planning on making a movie with a CGI James Dean rather than casting an actor, and something about that just like irks me. I'll never be able to put a computer actor or model on par with a real actor because of the skill, the craft that's required to be a good actor. Sure, you could teach a robot or computer to mimic good acting, but that's not the same thing. That's not what we value as a society. But interestingly, even if virtual influencers don't blow up and become the norm, that hasn't stopped companies from investing millions of dollars in them. There's definitely some appeal to choosing a virtual influencer rather than a real influencer. For starters, virtual influencers can't screw up and invite controversy the same way a living, breathing person does. They're a safe bet. There have been countless instances where an actor, influencer, or professional athlete said or did something that invited controversy, and the brand had to drop them because they didn't want to be associated with that controversy because consumers associate the brand with the person that represents that brand. How do you feel about virtual influencers? How do you feel about Lil Miquela? Let me know in the comments. For now, I'm gonna wrap up this video with some comment features. These were from my video, "This model is not a real person." Brie Nicole Moi said, "How does a person who isn't real get brand deals?" I would actually really like to know that. I can't get a brand deal and I'm a real person. Theodora S said, "Charlotte, do you have some Slavic roots, precisely Bulgarian? My dad is Romanian actually." And I get this question a lot. It's like Slavs love to find out if you're Slav. Half my DMs are people asking me if I'm Slav. Yes, I am. Are Romanians Slavs? I think they're a little mixed of some stuff. Tanea H said, "Girl, you cool." Come here. Yeah. Alright guys, that is it for me. Thanks for watching. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe so I get to see you next time, and stick around for some bonus content. Yes, laugh, Chris, laugh. Laugh behind the camera. I permit you to laugh. Yeah.
So it's funny just watching the second camera, just like your face.
Just my monotone face. That's weird.
It's the farting bee again.
The farting bee. There's a farting bee in the studio somewhere. I feel like it's a kazoo. It sounds like a kazoo.